Movie Park Germany, also known as Warner Bros. Movie World, is one of the more BT rated parks in Germany. But this is a valid rating. That's what we're gonna find out in this second episode of Theme Park Review. Let's start with, where is Movie Park Germany? Movie Park Germany is located in Bottrop, Germany, and can be reached by car and bus. The park opens at 10 am and closes at 5, 6 or 8 pm, depending on when you visit the park. Do note that this can vary with events. Movie Park Germany varies with ticket pricing between €35 and €60. It's good to notice that whenever you have a physical or mental disability, you can, with an official report of this disability, get a discount. This discount makes the price drop to €30. If you're accompanying a person in a wheelchair, you can also get this discount. If you have a recognized disability, you can also get a special pass. This allows you and up to 3 others to get in line digitally, and after the queue period has passed, enter through the Speedy Pass entrance. I think many parks can learn from this technique, because people still gotta wait, but they don't have to stand in a queue, and the queue doesn't have to be adjusted to not have stairs or something like that. Let me know what you think of this, I'm curious. For parking, everyone pays €9. If you prefer parking near the entrance, it will cost you €20. Note that this is totally not necessary. Movie Park Germany has 32 attractions, from which 8 are coasters. When entering the park, you are met with a small plaza and entry to the main street. When you walk all the way through the main street, you can either go to the left or to the right. In my opinion, there's more to do on the left side than on the right side. This is because on the left side you will find more coasters and trail rides, and on the right you'll find more activities for children, like some kiddie and family coasters. Let's start with the left side. Here you first walk through the New York area, where you can find some rides, but most notable is the Van Helsing Factory, which is an indoor Gerstlauer roller coaster going 36 km an hour and gets you up to 8 meters high. Although 36 km an hour might seem slow, due to the dark environment and fast-paced layout, it feels faster. I would say this is a great starter coaster for people who want to get over their fear of roller coasters, as it doesn't invert yet, but does pump you through quite some forces. The rest of the New York area has 2 more rides, but since I haven't been in either of them, I won't go into detail. If you continue down the path, you are met with 2 themed areas, the western part and the Star Trek area. In the western area, you'll find the drop tower and the worst coaster I've ever ridden, Bandit. This wooden torture device takes you up to 27 meters high and shakes you to 72 km an hour. As this user of log ride says, the only good thing about this coaster is the quick lift hill. I came out of this thing with 3 days of chest pain and a headache. I really do not know how this thing is still able to operate, as you can literally see the dents in the track itself. My advice, do not ride this. Now you might be thinking, am I a bit overreacting? Well, this is a POV filmed with someone wearing these filming sunglasses, which means it's what you see whenever you're riding the coaster. And as you can see, what even is this? Come on, what even is this? I'll now put a POV there with someone who stabilized their camera by a lot. And I want you to look at the track itself. You can literally see bumps. This last turn here, you can actually just almost measure it yourself. It's mad. So do not ride this. Okay, let's continue. If you continue to the most left corner of the park, you'll find a better coaster, a Vekoma SLC and Iron Claw. Iron Claw is a suspended coaster with 5 inversions. This coaster gets you to a height of 33 meters and has a speed of 88 km an hour. Now, this coaster is still quite shaky, but I myself didn't really experience it in the same way as the reviews did. Let's actually read some. This person says, it's very painful, Jack does not want to ride this anymore. And Lenny says, literally one of the worst SLCs I've ever been on. It's so bad an SLC just hurts. On that day, I was wearing small earrings and while I was going through an inversion, my head slammed against the seat and hurt my ear so bad it almost started bleeding, and I got a massive headache. The fact that on other SLCs such things don't happen shows how rough this ride actually is. I learned my lesson at one side. shit. Yeah, the reviews didn't like it as much as I did. Well, if you continue down, we get to Santa Monica Pier. Here you'll find a couple of flat rides like this and Burla Disco. What I like about this area is the good choice of music. This music really fits the vibe of the area. Next up is the Star Trek area, which features the best ride of this park, Star Trek Operation Enterprise. Star Trek Operation Enterprise is a roller coaster built by Mack Rides and it's by far the best ride in the park. The coaster features a switch track which rails you onto the swing launch. The launch rails you to 90 km an hour, after which you have the layout which has 3 inversions. I love this ride, but I had to ride it a second time. But whilst queuing, this happened. The train stopped too early and mechanics had to come to fix this. But nonetheless, I got that second ride in. Now that we've talked about the entire left side of the park, it's time to go to the right side. But before we do, I want to tell you guys about one of the best shows you'll find in a theme park, if you like cars. Operation Red Carpet. Operation Red Carpet is a stunt show featuring dirt bikes, drift cars and high-speed chases. All this combined with crazy stunts. If you visit Movie Park Germany, this show is a must-do and therefore one of the best attractions. One warning though, the sound of drifting cars and motorbikes is loud. You can find the showtimes in the app, and I noticed that throughout the entire park, speakers announce this show. Okay, let's go to the right side. As I already told you, this is more of a kids/teens area, with some old funfair rides like this Wild Mouse coaster. But if we walk down to the end of this area, we will find Movie Park Studio Tour, an intimate multi-dimension coaster which takes you through different movie sets. The track doesn't invert but features backward launches and turntables. Its top speed is 60 km an hour and the track is just more than 500 meters long. I would say this is a fun family coaster that is a must-do for visits to the park. In this area of the park, we also have a couple water rides. Now, I didn't ride any of these, but we got a log flume, a spill water type ride manufactured by Intamin, and a rapid river. There's one more small coaster in this area, Jimmy Neutron's Atomic Flyer. This is a suspended family coaster made by Vekoma. The coaster doesn't invert and is family friendly, which means you're not going that high and you're not going that fast. But it isn't a child coaster, so you do get some more forces as in a kiddie coaster. I would say Movie Park Germany is a decent park, although for the same price there are some better parks near. I myself prefer, for example, Phantasialand, which is not far away from Movie Park Germany. Now, if you're close to the park on, let's say, a vacation, it's definitely worth visiting at least once. For me, Movie Park Germany is a nice switch up from the usual, not to forget that they have a decent amount of good rides. I think if they painted a few things and fixed some issues, looking at this torture device, it has even more potential. That was the video. If you've enjoyed and watched all the way through, consider subscribing. Goodbye.